What's good? What's good? You know what I mean? It's the Backpackers. We got Broadway,
What's
Finesse,
good?
Finesse Daily, Broadway, man. What you been up to, bro?
Hey man, I ain't been up to too much, man. Just chilling on I don't know what day it is, but it don't even matter what the day is. I'm just
I don't
chilling.
remember the day neither.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be alive, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm breathing, able to sip on some water. You know what I'm saying? And just be thankful.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? How you doing today, though, boss?
yeah, bro. Just chilling, bro. Trying to, stay humble, stay stay prospering, you know what I mean? But no, I just
Yeah,
been chilling, posted up, doing my team. Nothing
I
much.
could I could feel you on that. And if you just now tapping in, like he said, man, it's the Backpackers Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Where we gonna get deep into some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we talk about music. Other times we talk about trending topics. Sometimes it's sports. It just depends on what we feeling. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you enjoy what we got to provide y'all with. If you got time, chill back, hit the like button, go ahead and subscribe with us. You know what I'm saying? Also
Follow.
share this. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
follow, share, wherever you at, wherever you see this at, do one of them. Connect with us in some type of way, man. But yeah. So what's good? What we got going today, bro?
Well, we got some nostalgia going on. We got some straight nostalgia. We're gonna take you back in the day to like 1999. You know what I'm saying? Like before we even get into the topic, man, what was you rocking in 1999? Like what kind of clothes did you
I
know what
was
I'm
a little
saying?
different, man. I was rocking some big old some old some Junko jeans, them big old wide leg jeans
Yeah.
with some with some graphic tees, some man, I was basically dressed like a rock kid, man. That was big, bro. That's how I was rocking in
Was that a rock
1999.
kid or a goth kid?
A little bit of God, a little bit of
Okay,
rock.
that sounds more
But yeah,
gothic. Okay.
I had some long pants on, some big old long wide pants. That's what I was rocking at that time. What was you rocking?
I'm gonna be honest, man. In 1999, you probably could have caught me like, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of doing, you know what I mean? I wasn't just all the way together with my attire. So, you know what I'm saying? I might have had some Team J's on, you know what I'm saying? Might have had me a pair of
Oh,
Teams.
you had the Migo James?
I had to go J. Think I had me a pair of Migo. Think I had me a pair. Think I had me a pair of retro Migo fives. I mean Thinkos. Yeah, retro Migo Cinco's. Yeah, Cinco five.
Migo, the Migo. Oh,
Yeah, I think I had the
crazy.
Cinco fives, man, and you know what I'm saying. They was red and white, I believe. You know,
Wow.
back in the day, we used to go get our stuff from like, the sidebar store. So like, if you was doing it, your shirt said boss, BOSS. Mine said boff, BOFF. You
You
know what
rock
I'm
the ball?
saying? I
See,
had to rock the boss.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I went to Fashion Nova. I went to Fashion Nova. And
Fashion Nova one out, brother.
well, it was Fashion Express. It was one of them
There we
joints.
go. Fashion
It was
Express,
Fashion
Fashion Nova.
Express. Oh,
That's on the internet, brother. That wasn't out in '99, brother. Come on.
that wasn't out in '99. It was Fashion Express. I tried to
True.
sound cool, even though it was the Fashion Nova at that time. But
Yeah.
I just went to Fashion Express, man, and got the boss shirt. It was just like
Okay.
a fake boss. So it was the same as boss. It wasn't real boss. But see, I had the BOF.
See, mine's happened
Man.
because I came down south to Texas and we went to Big T Bazaar. So that's like sometimes they
That'll
got the
do
little
it.
Chinese people in there. They got the little, you know what I mean, the work with whatever work you need. They got what you need. Like if you only got
But
$10, they
why
gonna
they
take
give
the
you the
10
boss? Why they
because
give you
that's
the
what it
boss
was.
though? That's crazy.
I mean,
They
you
could
know
have
what I'm
hit you with
saying?
the two S. You feel
I'm gonna
me?
be honest with you. In them time, like my pops could talk me into it. Like, oh, bro, you still gonna look cool. Like, you gonna tell me, you still gonna look cool, son. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? But when you go to school and then you realize this ain't cool, then you start wearing it. You know what I'm saying? But to get back on course,
Let me ask you. So you said you went to school in it?
yeah, it was cool though. Like it was still, you know what I mean. We
It was
wasn't really focused on the brands then all the
yeah,
way.
that's true.
It wasn't high school yet, so we wasn't. You could get away with a little bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I wore my my summer camp shirts till I was probably like 10. Then I realized that that shit wasn't cool. So, you
Yeah,
right.
you could.
You right. But where we going with this, man? What we got on
Okay,
the
so
daily schedule, man?
like February 1999, man, it was the one of the greatest girl groups to ever, drop a song, or at least a single. This single right here is probably the plateau of girl group songs. I mean, as far as like it did its thing. We're gonna break down TLC, No Scrubs, you know what I'm saying? Uh Go ahead and holler at them about No Scrubs a little bit, like let them know how much it sold. Can you talk to me and
Yeah,
tell us how much No
so
Scrubs sold?
so No Scrub the single sold around 5 million. It went around 5 times platinum in the United States. Now you got other places where it did other units and it did, you know what I mean? It went quadruple platinum in British Columbia or something like that. But in the United States, it went 5 times platinum. It was released on March 23rd, 1999. You know what I mean? It did go number one. I ain't gonna front. I remember that. I remember it going number one. I remember it selling, dang near 5 times platinum. So, that's what No Scrubs did. I personally
Okay.
feel like it might be the number one girl record of all time. I think.
It's definitely up there. I mean, you don't really. I mean, because what you got, Survive. You probably got like Destiny's Child, Survivor. What you got? What other girl? What other? I'm trying to think.
Destiny Child, Survivor. Let's see.
What a, the other groups? They kind of small. They really
Yeah,
didn't. You know what I'm
they
saying?
didn't really
Quite
make
get
it to
there.
Yeah, like you can't just start naming
Escaping them.
people.
I know, like
Escape.
you escaping them. They don't really quite make the.
Yeah,
You know what
In
I'm saying?
Vogue, who we
In
gonna
Vogue,
put In Vogue? They don't even. No,
they got hits though. Don't get me wrong. It's like
but they
far as
ain't
for
got.
my heart, they got hits for
Yeah,
me. But like
yeah.
as far as like for the people,
Like for
as
this
far as
type
like
of.
to go past like on a whole nother level, like this sold 5 million as a single. I don't think y'all understand. Like in 1999, you had to go get that. You feel me?
Yeah, this was like the biggest song in the world, like at the time. It was so big that somebody made No Pigeons. It was No Scrubs. Some dude group made No Pigeons and copied their song, and basically he was saying they don't want no pigeon. So
Yeah. That,
it's like, man, this was a big song.
and to be honest with you, let's talk about the video. Let's talk about how futuristic they probably came out with the video. Probably, and it was directed by Hype Williams. We can't forget that Hype Williams directed this video,
Right.
and it was so futuristic. Like if you know what I'm saying, they had the belt. Like TLC had like the belt. The belt was flickering on and off. I'm looking
Yeah,
at
I
the belt.
mean,
I'm
it was
like,
looking
damn.
like
Huh?
honestly, in the video, they was looking like they was like in the year 3000. You know what I mean?
I mean,
It
it
was
was
next
on. It
level.
was on. Yeah, it was on like what we doing now. That's what they was. That's the
That's what they
type of
was
stuff.
doing then. That's
You
no
feel
doubt.
me? Now, talk about.
I was gonna say this. We forgot to mention because we brought up Escape, but we forgot to mention that the song was actually written by Candy and Tiny. You know, from
Now
Escape.
that right
So
there shows you the dynamics of being a wonderful songwriter and understanding that you can give something to somebody else and it can become bigger than life for
exactly.
them and it go surpass you. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
that's probably Candy and Tiny's biggest song of their career to this day.
yeah, exactly. Now again, like even Hype Williams, seeing this video right here, I mean, he was making
What you gonna
videos a
say?
long time ago. Even like Hype Williams, he was making videos a long time ago, but this right here changed the frame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It like
yeah,
took us to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, I guess that was like Y2K to me. Like if you think of you close your
yeah.
eyes, you'd be like Y2K. You know what I'm saying? Before that came out, that's the vibe this gave you. It was like, nigga, we going to the next, generation. We going to a new, century.
And not to mention, they they basically was like ahead of their time, not just for the video, also for the album. Fan Mail might have been one of the biggest girl group albums of all time. And this wasn't a time where your album come out and it's out for 3 or 4 weeks and then we forget about it. Your album will come out and it will stay hot for 40 weeks, 50 weeks, 60 weeks, 70 weeks. Sometimes albums used to stay on the charts for 2 years. Your shit would be on the charts from 1999 all the way to 2001.
Yeah. Now, some of these, when you
So
go
these
through,
in the US alone.
yeah, and you always gotta, the thing about these songs right here, also just, they're timely. It gives you you could kind of close your eyes and think about like where you was when you first heard the song. Like, let me ask you, where you were? Where were you at? Like when you first heard this, like, or do you like, of course you might not know exactly the first time, but
I ain't
like,
gonna front.
you might have a good
No,
memory to go with
I
that,
mean,
you know?
like I ain't gonna front. So the No Scrubs, that was a time period where I was in front of the TV and watched the box. You know what I mean? So I could
Yeah.
close my eyes and remember TLC No Scrubs being on the box right before the box went out. Because it went out probably like a year after No Scrubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this was the last years of the box and stuff. So I remember being in the crib watching the box where it popped up like, wow, this is where we at with R&B music, because it was kind of futuristic and it was different. So I would honestly say that's where I was. I was posted on the South Side watching the box.
I ain't gonna lie. I first time I probably heard No Scrubs, I believe I was going to Sanford Middle School, and I was on the school bus, and you know, Toya and Nikki. That's the only way I could remember, like just being with them on the school bus. And the school bus, they used to play all the little jams, and No Scrubs came on, and that was one of them songs that like it stuck with you to the point where like you couldn't wait to, like you said, the video. You couldn't wait till that video came out. It actually like was one of them things, because right prior to this, we all found out, just to give y'all some back history, right before this, we all found out TLC was broke, you know what I'm saying? So like all the albums they had prior to this, they wasn't successful. So
They
then they
made
dropped No
pennies on the
Scrubs.
dollar.
Yeah. So then they dropped No Scrubs. So it was kind of an over anticipation for the fans, because we wanted to see them, succeed, as far as like we was loving the music that they had prior to this. You know what I mean? So when this came, it was like it was like a craze, a teeny bop craze, you know what I mean?
And prior to this album, they actually went like on an award show and admitted to being broke. You know what I mean? Like, and like said it on like a red carpet where it was like the biggest thing in the world. Like that didn't usually happen. Not with no girl groups. Usually girl groups fall in order. So to see them actually just put everything on blast and like, we don't care. It was actually like the sign of like strength, where it was like, dang, these women is strong. So I mean, they always been strong and stuff. Since they was young, they represented that. But like, I ain't gonna front. I feel like this album, Mel, and No Scrubs, the song, might have changed the culture of girl groups and girl singles forever.
Well, you got to think, after this, we didn't get too many more girl groups to drop. We had Destiny's Child, we had like Black, and then we had like a couple other little groups,
702.
702. But you know what I'm saying? They got to the plateau was too high. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
then the only person to stick out and last from that time is Destiny's Child.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Destiny's
saying?
Child.
And
And they
so
ain't even really from TLC time. They kind of like after they picked it up and like ran with it.
they probably dropped around 98. Like,
Yeah, 98, 99. And then that's when TLC already put out albums. They was on there like ending. You knew we wasn't gonna have them going for 10 more years, you know? And not to mention right after, I think right after this, Left Eye passed away.
she did. Now that would probably be the reason why, we didn't get more You know what I'm saying? So like they probably would have kept going and lasted long, but I know they had some stuff going on within the group as far as like, uh Left Eye was doing her own thing. She was starting to do her own like
Signed to Death Row.
yeah, she was having her own career with rapping and stuff. So I mean I could, understand like you gonna grow throughout time, but look, I also wanted to ask, as far as songs, this is the Backpackers. So, we always like to rate, what we put the songs on, out of the rating, we put this on a 5 backpack list. You know what I'm saying? 5 being the best, get 5 backpacks, being the best as far as the song lyric wise and, video and just culture, 1 being the worst, as far as songs and you didn't really think it was that great. How many backpacks would you go ahead and get this TLC No Scrubs?
I give No Scrubs. I give No Scrubs, man, 6 backpacks.
Oh, you giving it 6. Now, can you explain to me why you gonna give it 6? Why do you
I'm
believe
gonna
that?
give it 6 backpacks because I feel like it's just being in that time, man. This song's got played every month, everywhere for 2 years straight. It was the most irritating thing in the world. It got played from the day it was released all the way till almost from me being in elementary school until I went to middle school.
Yeah,
It got played every month until from elementary school to middle school. That's crazy work. So to me, man, they get a 6. If I had to throw some backpack at it, they get 6 big backpacks.
I can feel that. I'm gonna give it 5 backpacks just on the behalf of the comeback. You know what I'm saying? It's the Slumdog Millionaire story. The comeback, they like I said, they went broke and then they came back and they come back and drop an album that did what that did and have a single that did 5 million. You know what I'm saying? In the United States, not to mention, like you said, in the United Kingdom, 2.4 and things like that. So you always got to give them respect for the greatness of the group. And I don't think we always give the nostalgic, old school throwbacks, whatever you want to call it. We don't always give us our flower or give them their flowers because they older than me, but we don't always give them their flowers and let them know how great they is. And for the youngsters, y'all sometimes miss out on being able to know what some great music is. So, this is our time where we want to sit back and educate y'all, give y'all some intel. And if y'all ain't took time out to go check out No Scrubs, man, y'all need to go sit down and go check out No Scrubs. Go look at that video
And then go check
and
out Fan
dissect it.
Mail. Go
Oh
check
yeah,
out Fan Mail too. Go check out the album. It sold 6 million. So total they sold probably like, 11 to 15 million worldwide. You know what I mean? From one album and one single. So that's fire. So y'all gotta go keep that, man. No Scrubs, Fan Mail, man. R.I.P. Left Eye.
RIP Left Eye. I also want to let y'all know, man, again, this is the Backpackers Podcast. This is the section right now, where we want y'all to take y'all time out. Go hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, and that's guess what? If y'all ain't following us, man, go ahead and follow us. Hey, I'm Broadway Beats. You can find me on Broadway Beats on all platforms. You got your boy Young Dooley.
Daily.
Okay,
Man, my name ain't Dooley, man.
My
My name
bad.
Finesse Daily, man. Not Finesse Dooley, man.
My
You know what I
bad.
mean? Finesse Daily on all platforms, aka Young Dooley, man.
Holla at us, man. Appreciate y'all.